Hey everybody, it's Pancakearmorman. Welcome back to another discussion here on the G.A.M.E channel. Today I'm joined by
Lady Gear to you.
And this video is a sort of remake of a video I did on my now deleted channel. This is the top 5 games that we want to see remastered for the Nintendo Switch. The original reason for doing this video was because at the time we made it, there was a big campaign to get the Thousand Year Door remastered. So we made the video for that campaign basically. The reason why we're remaking that video is because, well, the original video is gone. If I still had the original video, I'd just upload the original of the game with the game intro edited in. And the second reason is because on the original video, one of the games on Later Gary U's list was Xenoblade Chronicles, and that got its definitive edition.
Woo!
So, yay! So we're remaking the video with the hopes that at least one of the games we put on our list will get its definitive edition someday. Probably won't happen. But, Nintendo is full of surprises. Anyways, Gator's going to start off the video with his number 5.
So, real quick before we start, since I predicted Xenoblade Chronicles in the last one, and that one actually happened, if I get another one correct in this episode, do I get a cookie?
Yes, you get all the cookies, all the flavors of the cookies.
Yay! I'll load it to it. So, my number 5 pick is... we're going to cheat a little bit with this one, but my number 5 pick is the Pikmin Trilogy. So, pretty much everybody who knows what Pikmin is wants Pikmin 3 released on Nintendo Switch, and I would certainly love that too, because Pikmin 3 really is a truly incredible game. But personally speaking, I'd like them to take it a little step further and have all 3 Pikmin games re-released on Nintendo Switch, because it wouldn't be that hard to have the Wii controls ported to Nintendo Switch because the Joy-Con motion controls, and if Captain Treasure Tracker has taught us anything, it's that the gyro aiming pointer controls wouldn't really be a lot hard to have work on Switch. So I think this would be a really great way for new people to experience Pikmin before Pikmin 4 never comes out. So I would also include Hey Pikmin on here because I do actually like that game, but that game's also very reliant on touch controls, which I don't think would work for Switch. But who knows, maybe it could happen someday. And if this also does happen, I think they would also have all the DLC from Pikmin 3's Mission Mode included as well.
I would be really happy if the entire Pikmin trilogy made it to Switch, mainly because the only game in the trilogy I played is Pikmin 3, and that was one of the first ever games I got for my Wii U. I never played it with the Wiimote because I always preferred the gamepad when I played the Wii U games. That's just something that I always did. I know I'm weird, very weird. But I really want to experience Pikmin 1 and 2 because I heard those games are really good, and finding a copy of them for the Wii right now is just, they're so expensive right now. And it would just be really great to have all 3 of them onto the Switch. I would love it if they added in the GameCube controller option for the first 2 games because the Switch can run the GameCube controller and most games work perfectly with it. So I think they should add that.
Yeah, and as you were saying that, I just thought of another thing that I would like to see. So, in the Japanese version of Pikmin 2, it had support for the e-reader accessory for exclusive minigames, which never got released in the international versions. I think this would also be a great way to let people outside Japan officially play those, because like maybe you can tap in an amiibo to access those e-reader games. I think that'd be really fun.
Or they can make special Pikmin amiibo cards just for the game. That would be cool too.
Yes, must expand my amiibo collection.
Alright, for my number 5, it is a game from my original list, as most of these games are. It is Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine is a game that I never got to play as a kid, even though I owned the GameCube when I was younger. And it's a game I really want to try out. And it's one of those games that I think will really benefit from a remaster, because just imagine Delfino Island being in glorious HD. I mean, the water would be so beautiful, it would just be so good. On top of that, the controls would be updated, and I just think it would be good. If they're gonna ever remaster the game, I think they should fix the glitches that are in the game, because I watched Chuck Conroy's full Let's Play of the game, and there was one episode where a bunch of glitches happened in one stage, and it would be nice if they would fix the glitches in the game so that people who first time experiencers like me don't have to encounter just annoying glitches. I just think the game would be really good remastered. I know when it first came out, it was considered to be the black sheep of the series because of how different it was. I mean, it didn't have any of the traditional power-ups or anything. But Super Mario Odyssey has taught us anything. You don't need to have the traditional system to have a good Mario game.
You say you want all the glitches fixed, but seeing your playthrough of Luigi's Mansion 3 and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, you're gonna figure out a way to get out of the bounds easily on the first day.
That's a secret.
Alright, so before we continue onward, I would like to say that this video is being recorded on the 17th of July. So if a remaster has already been confirmed by the time this video comes out, then we don't know about that at the time. We do know rumors going around, but nothing's been confirmed by Nintendo so far. So this was added to the list way before we knew anything about a potential remaster. So as for Mario Sunshine itself, I love this game. It's really, really fun. If they do remaster this game, though, there is one change that I would like to see. It's that, for whatever reason, they made it so that the only stars that really matter are the first 7 from each world. I would like that changed because that kind of makes every other star pointless in that game. So I would like to see them change that a little bit so that you have more incentive to collect the other... I was calling them stars, but they're actually called shine sprites. Alright, so the next game on my list is a bit of a weird one, and this is The Legend of Zelda 4 Sword Adventures. Now, this is currently the only GameCube Zelda game that's never seen a re-release in any form. So, if you don't know what this one is, this is basically like the 4-player Zelda game for a home console where all the actions take place on the TV, but if you went into a cave, then you can continue exploring on the Game Boy Advance. Now, unfortunately, I've never actually been able to play this game myself, but it looks like a lot of fun from what I've seen. So, I really hope this happens, and I don't think there's any way why it can't, because another similar game with a similar multiplayer mode, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, is also coming out this year for Nintendo Switch. So who knows, we might see a Four Sword Adventures remake. If not a remake, then at least some kind of multiplayer game with this gameplay style, because this seems like a lot of fun.
The only 4 Sword game I've ever played was the original, and I played that on its re-release on the DSi. I thought it was a good game, so maybe the sequel will be good too. I'd play it if it came out. Maybe if it had the Link's Awakening art style, I'd also play it because the Link's Awakening remake art style is just really good.
Yes!
Even though I haven't played the Link's Awakening remake myself, I just think the art style is really good. And I've read the manga based off of The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords and 4 Swords Adventures, so just saying that manga is really good, so I think the game will be really good, even though I know mangas and games are 2 different things. I'm not weird, I know that. But yeah.
As James says, you don't watch manga, you don't read anime.
Yeah. Anyways, my number 4 is the Sonic Adventure Trilogy. But Pancake, you ask? Sonic Adventure Trilogy? There were only 2 games. I consider the Sonic Adventure Trilogy to be Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes. Now, I've played Sonic Adventure and Sonic Heroes. I have not played Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure is a really fun game, and it's really different for a 3D Sonic game because it kind of has a hub world, which modern 3D Sonic games don't really have. And all in all, it's a really fun game. Sonic Heroes, while I did play it, I didn't necessarily enjoy it that much because I felt that the gameplay was really bad. And it was very buggy, a lot of glitches happened, so I really hope if they ever remake the Sonic Heroes game, I hope they fix it up a little bit to make the controls better. And Sonic Adventure, I just really want to play that again, like on a modern console in HD, with maybe updated sound effects, voices, and music. But I really hope that they do that. There is an option to listen to the original recordings because the Sonic Adventure cutscenes are just really cringy, but they're epic cringy, and it would just be a shame for them to entirely go away. So yeah, it's my number 4 pick.
If you want to be super technical about things, then you might not want to word a Sonic Adventure Trilogy, because technically speaking, and I know people are going to hate me for saying this, but Sonic Next Gen, or Sonic 06, or whatever you want to call it, that game was developed with the mindset of being Sonic Adventure 3. But, yeah, I haven't played Sonic Adventure 2 myself either. I played a little bit of Heroes with friends in middle school. But Sonic Adventure 1 is, you said it perfectly, it's epic cheesiness. So, my number 3 pick is Super Paper Mario. This is my absolute favorite Mario RPG of all time, and it's a real shame that it's not widely talked about like the first two Paper Mario games. And I understand that it was a bit of a departure, but the reason for that was because it was supposed to be a GameCube game, and they didn't want too close to be too similar to Thousand Year Door. But I think Super Paper Mario really is the perfect way to make Mario an RPG, because it's also a platformer, but it has a lot of RPG mechanics as well. It has an amazing soundtrack, the art style is great, and Super Paper Mario has like my absolute favorite story of anything related to Mario, and it would just be really awesome to be able to re-experience this game again on Nintendo Switch.
Super Paper Mario is my absolute favorite Paper Mario game as well. It is the pinnacle of Paper Mario. I'm not joking. It has such a great story with an amazing cast of characters. Yes, it's a little slow at first, and the caveman chapter is pretty but it is such a good game, and I've played it so many times, and I just love it so much, and it would be really good if it got a remaster, and I would play it and love it to death. But yeah. So yeah, like Gator said, that game deserves the same recognition that the first two get. Well, more of the second one gets the most recognition, but I'm going to talk about that when I get to my number 3. Paper Mario for the N64. This game would really benefit from a remaster. Unlike the Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario and the original Paper Mario are not really talked about a whole lot. And I think that's kind of a shame. Whenever you get into a discussion with somebody about the Paper Mario games, they mainly only bring up Thousand Year Door. And when they want to talk about what they consider to be a bad Paper Mario game, they mainly bring up Sticker Star, but I have a different opinion on that, but whatever, I'm not going to get into that. But I just think the first Paper Mario needs to get some recognition, and I think it would really benefit from a remake. Or a remaster. It has such a lovable cast of characters, and it's a really good RPG just to play from beginning to end. I've replayed the game at least 7 times, so that should give you a look at how much I love the original Paper Mario. And if it does get a remaster, I hope they use the art style from Origami King, because that's the same art style as Color Splash. And that is the best art style the series has ever had, and I really love it. So yeah, Paper Mario Remaster. Please, Nintendo, please.
Yeah, a remaster of the first game would be really great. And I totally agree with you. I think it would also benefit from having the art style of Origami King as well, because that is just, that's beautiful. So
it's the chef's kiss of art styles.
So yeah, Paper Mario, it's a really great game. It's also very great for beginners as well, because it's not too complicated. It is a pretty deep RPG system, don't get me wrong, but it's also very simplistic, and it's not really intimidating, so players who are new to RPGs and things like that are very much welcome to the first Paper Mario. So I would love to see it in some kind of form on Nintendo Switch, whether it be a potential N64 online or anything like that.
If I could say one more thing, one thing I would want them to add into it is it's really difficult to find all of the star pieces in the game. I've never found them all. So I would hope that if they do remaster this game, they use the HD Rumble to tell you when you're near a star piece, like how Odyssey does with the moons. So I think that would be a really nice feature and really helpful towards 100% completion.
Yeah, it is a little annoying in the first game because there's really not a clear indication on where they are, so you're basically ground pounding every square inch of the entire game.
Yeah.
Now, this next one. My number 2 pick is Epic Mickey. Now this one is interesting because in between our attempts of recording this video, there's been a lot of rumors appearing that Epic Mickey may be getting some kind of remaster because there's a lot of rumors going on right now that there's some kind of remake of a like 10-year-old Disney game that's coming to modern platforms. Now again, these are rumors, so we don't know if they're true or not, and it's best to think of them as fake until an official statement is made. But I really hope it's Epic Mickey because this game is just amazing. It takes what's usually a really colorful and bright and happy-go-lucky world and kind of twists them into a Majora's Mask level of darkness. And it's a Mickey Mouse game with actual consequences because you're making decisions the entire game, and it's just really fun. So if there's any way to respark the Epic Mickey series and finally get us that Epic Mickey 3 someday, then I'm all for it. And this would be a great way to start that off, because Epic Mickey really is an incredible game. Incredible. Paint thinner.
Epic Mickey has to be one of my favorite Wii games of all time. I remember when the game first came out and I unwrapped it on Christmas morning of like whatever year it came out. I honestly forget which year it came out. And I loved it to death. I just love the idea of taking Mickey Mouse from Disney's Mickey Mouse and just twisting it into this dark world, because I was really into that when I was a kid, and I still am, just taking these bright and colorful characters and putting them into dark situations where, like Gator said, there are consequences, and these consequences do affect the world around you, and it would be so good. And one thing I hope that if they do remaster Epic Mickey is that, I know Epic Mickey 2 has this since it was released on consoles without Wiimotes, where it's compatible with the Pro Controller, because if Epic Mickey 2 can do that, then Epic Mickey 1 can if it ever gets a remaster. So yeah. Just, be able to use the Pro Controller, not have to resort to pointing the Joy-Cons everywhere, because I think that would just be really cool, and probably better than just pointing the Joy-Cons everywhere. But as for my number 2 pick, is a game series that both me and Gator love to death, the Earthbound Trilogy. I really want the Earthbound Trilogy to be remastered. All 3 games, all fully translated in English. Please do this, Nintendo. Earthbound and Mutter Free are some of the best RPGs of all time. I've played them so many times. I love these games to death, and I just want to be able to play them on my Switch. And one thing I really hope that if they do remaster these games, not only do I hope that they have the Link's Awakening art style, because I think that art style would really fit the Earthbound series, but I hope they get Toby Fox to help make these games, because it would just be really epic to have the guy that started his career making an Earthbound Halloween hack to help make an Earthbound remake trilogy, because that would just be so epic. But yeah, please, Nintendo and Shizutaki Itoi, please give us this. It would be so great. Oh, and I would buy it. I would buy it 3 times. Please give this to us.
When you said Toby Fox working on Earthbound, I imagine like Megalovania playing over the final boss.
Oh, that would be so epic.
But yeah, Earthbound is my absolute favorite game of all time. So needless to say, I would absolutely love it to come to Switch, whether it be SNES Online or some kind of remake or something like that. I would absolutely love that. Earthbound Beginnings would also be pretty good too, although I personally think the regular SNES Earthbound is a much better game. And Mother 3, it's been long enough. Come on, Bowser, give us Mother 3. So, yeah, I really do think Mother 3 will get localized someday. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But, yeah, Earthbound is just a really amazing game, and I really hope that it does come to Switch in some form in the future. And now, moving on to our number 1 pick. This one's also interesting to talk about for the similar reasons as my number 2. My number 1 pick is the Tomb Raider Trilogy. Now, this specifically includes Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld. Now, technically, I am cheating again because this is another trilogy. But the thing is, there is already a Tomb Raider trilogy out there on PS3. But I think even if you just have that directly ported to Switch and just leave it at that, that'd be fine. I just want Tomb Raider Legend and Underworld on there. Now, it would be also nice to have the Xbox 360 exclusive DLC, because that's never been re-released on any other platform. But still, these are my absolute favorite Tomb Raider games of all time, especially Legend, so being able to replay them on what's like my favorite console right now, that'd be a dream come true. And the interesting thing about this is the fact that there's, again, with rumors and stuff like that, there's been a lot of rumors lately about some kind of Tomb Raider celebration thing happening soon. Now, I don't want to go too much into the details because that's a topic for another day, but basically the rumors are all saying that there's going to be some kind of Tomb Raider collection coming out soon, and one of the platforms that pretty much everybody's agreeing on that's coming to is Switch, which I really hope is true. So, yeah, I would love for Tomb Raider to come to Nintendo Switch, and I'd also love it if they did the Bayonetta route where they gave Lara Croft some Nintendo costumes.
If they gave Lara Croft Nintendo costumes, I'd imagine they'd give her Zero Suit Samus, probably Mario and Luigi, and maybe, I don't know, Wolf from Star Fox.
I was thinking it'd be funny if she had like an Inkling costume where her pistols are replaced with splat dualies.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny, and they make the same sound effects too. That'd be so funny. Now, I've never played Tomb Raider before, but I really want to experience the series. It seems like a really great series, and I think a remastered Tomb Raider trilogy would be the right way to go, even if it is released on Switch. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about Tomb Raider because I've never played it. I mean, I own 2 Tomb Raider games, but I can't play them because they're for PC, and modern day PCs don't have disk drives because they're jerks. But what's so funny?
They don't have disk drives because they're jerks.
Yep. But yeah. Now on to my number 1, another game that I haven't played, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. If you haven't played it, why is your number 1? Because I really want to experience this game. A bunch of other Zelda games, 3D Zelda games, have gotten their remakes and remasters. Ocarina of Time got its 3D remake, Majora's Mask got its 3D remake, Wind Waker got its HD remake, and Twilight Princess had its HD remake. Sorry for stumbling on my words there a little bit. And I think it's high time for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword to get its HD remake. Just imagine being able to play Skyward Sword on the go. That would be so awesome. And if they updated the controls to be able to be compatible with Pro Controller, I would really love that, because I'm not really a big fan of motion controls when it comes to Zelda games. I played Twilight Princess on the Wii, and I'm not really a big fan of it. I think the Wii U version is definitely the way to go with that game. But yeah. Another thing I'd like to see is that I would really like to see The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword be released on a golden cartridge, because I would think that would be really cool, and it would be in reference to how the first 2 Zelda games for NES were released on gold cartridges. And it would also be a cool reference to how the box art for Skyward Sword is also gold colored. So please Nintendo, gold cartridge, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, Pro Controller controls. I want to play this game. It's expensive as hell. Please let me play it on the Switch. It would be so fun, and I just want to experience this game so much. It would just be so fun, and I would probably love it. It would probably be my favorite. I don't know, 100% sure. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is my number 1 pick.
I really want a Skyward Sword remake someday, because it's literally the only 3D Zelda game besides Breath of the Wild that's not gotten a remake yet, and that's honestly a little ridiculous. I absolutely love Skyward Sword. It's my 4th favorite Zelda game of all time, behind only Link's Awakening, Breath of the Wild, and Majora's Mask. I would absolutely love it for it to come to Switch, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's an amazing game, and I would love for it to happen.
Well, with that out of the way, that's going to do it for this discussion video here on the Game channel. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. I've been Pancakearmorman, and he's been...
Lady Gary to you.
Let's get out of here.
No, we're gonna stay here.
Shut up, Gator.